Okay, week 7. It's actually business as usual for me this week. Some product work here, met some people, sent out some emails to a few different clients, met with some potential clients as well, which is pretty interesting. But the bigger thing for me this week was actually learning how to price my work. Now, I've always been a big fan of fixed fee development. I've actually done that in the past where, let's say you were the client and we will meet up a few times, maybe we'll have several calls with some ideas on what to automate. And you'll send me some sample files, you'll send me some stuff that's representative of what you want to build. And I'll take a look at it. I'll use kind of my instinct and judgment about how to scope it, how to price it, how to test it. And at the end of the day, you'll get a proposal about what I think we should build together. And that's worked relatively well because I think it's kind of safe where if I'm proposing, say, it's an automation that'll take $10,000 and it takes more time because in the contract it says 10,000, it's fixed. I eat that cost, right? It's on me to actually scope things properly. But I realized something like $10,000, it's actually quite risky if it's the first time working with me because you don't really know whether I can do things correctly. Sure, I may talk a great game and we have all these discovery calls together, but at the end of the day, it's still kind of risky for them to take that bet. And they would have to go and calculate in their head whether the risk is worth the value that I'm offering. And the way I've been hedging against this was to do more free work up front. I will do a deeper discovery. I will ask them to send me more files, maybe jump on more calls. And I could spend up to a week or even 2 weeks just writing a proposal, even if the end result of that proposal was a rejection, which is actually also risky for me. And even if writing the proposal and there is more clarity around the work, it sometimes isn't any less riskier for the client because there's just a lot of things that we may not know. There might be just too much friction to do this. So I've been thinking a lot about how do I actually de-risk this? How do I make this a less risky endeavor for people that they want to try automation with me? I'm actually going to start offering clients, and I've actually offered 3 potential clients now an hourly service, which is something I was actually against because, again, I always thought fixed fee just made way more sense. But I do realize the jump from basically free, let's just stay here, to paying some amount of money could be seen as too big of a jump. I'm not too sure. So I'm not going to take away fixed fee development as a whole. I still do think it has a place, especially if it's something that's really complicated and we know the entire scope. I still think it has a place, but especially with clients that are working with me for the first time, I think hourly might make more sense. It might lower the friction. So instead of paying me 10 grand to work on something, how about we just spend 10 hours? How about we just spend 20 hours to see whether we can make a prototype that's useful for them? And if it is, then they pay me only for that 10 hours and they still get something usable at the end. It may not be super polished, but at least the jump is not too high. So I'm hoping that kind of reduces the risk and the friction of working with me for the first time. Yeah, but we'll see how it goes. And that's been a learning thing for me this week. Okay, week 8, 2 months. All right, see you then. Thanks for watching.